power. It's what drives empires, ends careers, and changes the course of history. But what if I told you there's a playbook, 48 timeless laws, that reveal exactly how power is gained, maintained, and lost? Welcome to the ultimate breakdown of Robert Greene's legendary book, The 48 Laws of Power. Whether you're a strategist, a dreamer, or just want to survive in a world full of manipulation, this is for you. Law 1. Never outshine the master. Always make those above you feel superior. If you appear more talented or competent than your superiors, they may feel threatened and react with hostility. Instead, subtly highlight their strengths, allowing them to shine while you quietly gain their favor and protection. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends often let emotions cloud their judgment, and their loyalty may shift when envy creeps in. Enemies, on the other hand, have more to prove. With careful handling, you can turn a former enemy into a fiercely loyal ally who won't take your trust for granted. Law 3. Conceal your intentions. If people don't know what you're aiming for, they can't prepare a defense or interfere. By disguising your real goals, you gain a strategic edge. Let others chase red herrings while you maneuver freely toward your objective, surprising them when your plan unfolds. Law 4. Always say less than necessary. The more you speak, the more you reveal. Powerful people are often quiet and reserved, giving away little. Speaking less creates an air of mystery and can make your words seem more profound. Silence keeps others guessing, and that keeps you in control. Law 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation shapes how the world perceives you. Once damaged, it's hard to repair. Defend it fiercely and constantly monitor threats. At the same time, attack the reputations of your enemies when needed, weakening their position without engaging in direct conflict. Law 6. Court attention at all cost. What is unseen is easily ignored. To be powerful, you must always be visible. Draw attention through bold actions, striking appearances, or unique ideas. Becoming the center of focus enhances your influence, while obscurity weakens your presence and relevance. Law 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Efficiency in power means leveraging the talents and efforts of others. Use their expertise and labor to advance your goals. Then make sure the achievements are attributed to you. This allows you to appear capable while conserving your energy and building your image. Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. By making others come to you, you control the terms of any interaction. You appear stronger and more desirable when people pursue you. Use incentives to draw them in, but never be the one who chases or compromises. Power lies in having others seek you out. Law 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Argument rarely change minds and often create resentment. Instead of trying to convince others with words, demonstrate your point through concrete results. Actions are more persuasive and less likely to spark resistance. Let your success speak louder than your opinions. Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Negativity and misfortune are contagious. Associating with those who constantly suffer or complain can drag you down emotionally and socially. Instead, surround yourself with positive, successful individuals whose energy and fortune uplift your own. Be wary of emotional vampires and unrelenting pessimists. Law 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. To maintain power, make yourself indispensable. Provide something others cannot easily replace, whether it's knowledge, resources, or connections. When people depend on you, they're less likely to challenge or abandon you. Independence is a threat to power. Dependency ensures loyalty. Law 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. One act of sincere honesty or generosity can disarm even the most suspicious person. When used sparingly and strategically, these gestures can lower defenses and build trust. Once their guard is down, you can maneuver more freely and influence them without resistance. Law 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. People are driven by their own needs, desires, and ambitions. If you ask for help by appealing to goodwill or past favors, you're likely to be ignored or met with resentment. Instead, frame your request in a way that benefits them directly. Show how helping you aligns with their goals or brings them gain, and they'll be far more willing to support you. Law 14. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Knowledge is power, and information is a powerful currency. By appearing friendly and open, you can subtly encourage others to share secrets and strategies. Observe their behavior and listen more than you speak. The more you know about your rivals and allies, the more control you have over outcomes. Always be collecting intelligence, even in casual interactions. Law 15. Crush your enemy totally. Leaving an enemy wounded or weakened, but alive, gives them time and motivation to regroup and retaliate. True power requires decisiveness. When you strike, do so completely and without hesitation. Annihilate the threat so thoroughly that they can never recover or pose a danger to you again. Mercy in power games is often a future liability. Law 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Constant presence can dull your value in others' eyes. By strategically withdrawing, you create mystery and allow people to miss and admire you from a distance. Absence can increase your perceived worth, while too much familiarity often leads to disrespect. Make your appearances rare but impactful, so your presence always carries weight. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Predictability makes you vulnerable, allowing others to anticipate and counter your moves. When you act unpredictably, you instill fear and caution. Others will waste energy trying to interpret your behavior, giving you a psychological advantage. Being deliberately erratic can confuse and intimidate, keeping competitors off balance and unsure of your next move. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Cutting yourself off from people may feel safe, but it leaves you blind to trends, enemies, and opportunities. Power thrives on connection and awareness. By staying engaged and informed through a wide network, you maintain influence and avoid stagnation. Isolation breeds vulnerability. Always stay within reach of valuable information and alliances. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Not all people react the same way to slights or manipulation. Misjudging someone's temperament or pride can provoke a far stronger backlash than expected. Some enemies are patient and dangerous, others quick to explode. Study people carefully before making moves. Knowing their pressure points and limits allows you to strike with precision or avoid disaster altogether. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Allegiances limit your options. By remaining independent, you become a prize for others to court. Commitment makes you predictable and reduces your power. Instead, stay neutral and use rivalries to your advantage. When you don't tie yourself to one side, you can play both ends and keep others guessing your true intentions. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. Appearing less intelligent or capable than you really are can be a strategic weapon. It disarms your target and lowers their guard, allowing you to observe and manipulate them more effectively. People are more likely to reveal themselves when they think they're dealing with a fool. Meanwhile, you gather insight and set the stage to outmaneuver them. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Sometimes direct resistance leads to destruction. When outmatched, surrender can be a tool rather than a defeat. Yielding temporarily allows you to survive, observe, and bide your time. Appearing humble or defeated can lull enemies into complacency, giving you the space to recover and strike back later with greater force. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Scattering your energy across too many areas weakens your impact. Focus your attention and resources on a single goal or niche where you can dominate. Intensity beats variety in power games. By concentrating your efforts, you build momentum, gain mastery, and create a force others can't ignore or counter easily. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Power often flows from those above you. To rise, you must master the subtle art of court politics, flattery, discretion, and obedience without appearing servile. Make others feel important while advancing your position. Show charm, navigate egos, and never outshine your superiors. The perfect courtier gains influence without making enemies. Law 25. Recreate yourself. Do not accept the role that society or others assign to you. Instead, shape your own identity deliberately. Be the master of your image and constantly reinvent yourself to match the situation and your goals. By creating a compelling persona, you command attention and control how others perceive you. The power to define yourself is the power to influence your destiny. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. You must always appear respectable and free of scandal or blame. Let others do your dirty work while you remain untouched. Use scapegoats and intermediaries to carry out unpleasant tasks, then distance yourself from any fallout. Maintaining a clean image protects your reputation and allows you to maneuver behind the scenes without consequence. Perception is as powerful as reality. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People crave meaning, purpose, and guidance. By offering a clear vision and appearing confident, you can draw others into your orbit. Use symbols, rituals, and language that inspire devotion. Promise transformation, not logic. The more they invest emotionally, the more loyal they become. A group bound by belief is easier to lead and harder to challenge than one bound by reason alone. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. If you move timidly or uncertainly, you invite doubt and resistance. Boldness inspires confidence, both in others and in yourself. When you act decisively and with flair, you appear stronger and more competent than you may actually be. Bold moves make people hesitate to oppose you. Timidity is often punished, while boldness, even if flawed, can command respect and fear. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. Don't act without thinking through the entire path. Many fail because they start with a goal but ignore the consequences of each step. Consider how each action leads to another and anticipate potential obstacles or reactions. With a full plan in mind, you're less likely to be caught off guard or taken down by unforeseen events. Strategy is the foundation of power. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. To maintain an aura of greatness, conceal the hard work, struggle, and skill behind your success. If others believe your results come naturally, they will attribute them to innate power. Avoid showing sweat or frustration. Grace under pressure draws admiration, while visible effort invites envy and challenge. Mastery seems more divine when it appears effortless. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Power is not just about what you offer, but about limiting what others can choose. Frame situations so that whatever they decide, it benefits you. Give them the illusion of control while actually guiding their behavior. When you shape the playing field and determine the choices, you're not just influencing outcomes, you're shaping perception and directing power. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. Reality can be harsh and uninspiring. People often prefer comforting illusions over the truth. Offer them dreams, hope, or mystery, and they will follow you. The person who connects with others' fantasies becomes irresistible. Avoid preaching facts that challenge their beliefs. Instead, feed the visions they yearn for, and they'll see you as the answer to their desires. Law 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Everyone has a weakness, a hidden insecurity, a secret desire, or an emotional soft spot. If you learn what moves someone at their core, you gain power over them. Use observation, subtle questions, and listening to uncover their vulnerabilities. Once identified, their thumbscrew becomes a tool you can use to influence, pressure, or control them at will. Law 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. The way you carry yourself influences how others see and treat you. If you act with dignity, confidence, and high standards, people assume you deserve respect and authority. Never beg for approval or act small. Royalty is a mindset. Believe in your own worth and others will follow your lead. Set your value high and maintain it without apology. Law 35. Master the art of timing. Rushing ahead or waiting too long both expose you to risk. Power lies in knowing when to act and when to wait. Learn to sense opportunity and strike when the moment is right. Patience combined with precision creates the most effective results. Time your actions for maximum impact and let others exhaust themselves by acting too soon or too late. Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. Desire gives power to what you pursue. If you can't have something, showing that it bothers you gives others control over you. Instead, show indifference. When you ignore what you cannot obtain, it loses significance and influence. Acting unaffected robs your rivals of satisfaction and weakens their position. What you disdain, you neutralize. Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. People are visual creatures. Dramatic gestures and striking visuals stay in their minds longer than dry facts or arguments. Use symbolic acts, bold designs, or grand events to capture attention and express power. Spectacle distracts from your true motives and makes you appear larger than life. When words fail, let visuals stir emotions and guide behavior. Law 38. Think as you like, but behave like others. To be different is powerful, but displaying that difference openly can isolate you. If your ideas or beliefs clash too strongly with those around you, conceal them. Blend in to avoid unnecessary resistance or ridicule. Reserve your originality for private moments or trusted allies. Outward conformity protects your freedom to think and act with autonomy beneath the surface. Law 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Anger and emotion make people vulnerable to manipulation. When you keep your own emotions in check while agitating others, you gain the upper hand. If you can draw someone into emotional chaos, they lose perspective and control. Stay calm, and you'll find it easier to trap or outmaneuver your rivals. Emotional detachment is a form of tactical power. Law 40. Despise the free lunch. What is given for free often carries hidden strings or comes with reduced value. Pay your way. It preserves independence and signals strength. Generosity can be a strategy, but dependency should never be. When others see that you don't need handouts, they respect your self-reliance. In power, you must be seen as the one who gives, not receives. Law 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. When you follow in the footsteps of a powerful figure, their legacy can overshadow your own efforts. You will constantly be compared to them. To establish your authority, break from their image and create your own identity. Blaze a fresh trail that marks your distinctiveness, or risk forever living in their shadow. Law 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. In any group, there's usually a key figure who holds influence over the rest. If you remove or neutralize that leader, whether through discrediting, isolating, or eliminating them, the rest of the group often falls into disarray. Targeting individuals with influence can be more effective than taking on the whole. Cut off the head, and the body collapses. Law 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Control over people goes beyond rules or rewards. True influence comes from emotional appeal. Understand their desires, fears, and values. Build trust, inspire loyalty, and lead them through their own feelings. If people believe in you and feel understood, they will follow willingly. Fear creates obedience, love creates devotion. Win their hearts and their minds will follow. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Mirroring people, copying their actions, ideas, or attitudes, can unsettle and disarm them. It reflects their own behavior back at them, creating discomfort or confusion. Used skillfully, it's a way to neutralize aggression, reveal hypocrisy, or gain insight into their motives. When enemies see themselves in you, their sense of control slips. It's psychological warfare without open conflict. Law 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. People are naturally resistant to change, especially when it threatens their familiar routines. When introducing reform, present it as a restoration of traditional values or gradual improvement. Radical shifts provoke fear and backlash. If change is necessary, make it seem evolutionary, not revolutionary. By respecting what people are attached to, you guide them toward your goals with less resistance. Law 46. Never appear too perfect. Perfection invites envy and hostility. When you seem too flawless, people look for flaws or reasons to bring you down. Occasionally reveal a small weakness or vulnerability to appear more human. This disarms envy and builds connection. Leave room for others to feel superior in some way. It softens their resistance and keeps you safe from targeted resentment. Law 47. Do not go past the mark you aim for. In victory, learn when to stop. Victory can intoxicate and lead to overreaching. When you've achieved your objective, resist the urge to push further. Know your limit and step back before success turns into failure. Overextension invites new enemies and unforeseen consequences. Power often lies not in constant expansion, but in restraint. Master the art of timing your exit before momentum turns against you. Law 48. Assume formlessness. By staying adaptable and fluid, you prevent others from pinning you down or predicting your moves. Rigidity leads to vulnerability. The more you define yourself or stick to one identity, the easier it is to be attacked or undermined. Stay elusive, change with the environment, and avoid being trapped in roles or expectations. Like water, power flows through those who take no fixed shape. And there you have it, the 48 laws of power. Whether you choose to follow them, question them, or simply learn from them, one thing is clear. Understanding power is essential in every area of life. These laws aren't just rules, they're reflections of human nature, ambition, strategy, and survival. If this video gave you a new perspective, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Let us know in the comments which law stood out to you the most, or which one you'd never dare to use. Thanks for watching, and remember, power is neither good nor evil. It's how you use it that defines you. Until next time, stay sharp.